Hey YouTube, it's Tyler the Antenna Man. Today I'm going to test out and review the Channel Master CM5018 Masterpiece 60 antenna. This is a large directional antenna made by Channel Master's Masterpiece series, a series of antennas built to withstand extreme weather conditions. Looking at the design of the antenna, it looks pretty good with the long VHF elements for channels 2 through 13 on the back and the UHF elements designed for channels 14 and above towards the front. Understanding the kinds of elements on an antenna is crucial when deciding which antenna to purchase based on what frequencies the TV stations are broadcasting in your area, as a VHF antenna is not going to pick up UHF frequencies that well, and a UHF antenna is not going to pick up VHF frequencies that well. I should also note that most TV stations do not broadcast on the channel they identify as. So for example, in my area we have an NBC 28 and a CBS 22. Well, guess what? The NBC 28 broadcasts on VHF channel 11, the CBS 22 broadcasts on channel 13, and the channel 16 broadcasts on channel 50. To find out what channels your local TV stations are broadcasting on, go to antennaweb.org, type in your address, and look for the RF channel number. The virtual channel is a channel that the station identifies as. So in my market, NBC 28 WBRE. But the RF channel is the channel that they broadcast on. Now there are three main things I really like about this antenna. First, it comes fully assembled in the box, so you don't have to worry about trying to figure out where certain parts go. All you have to do is extend the elements. The second thing I like about this antenna is that the elements firmly lock into place and aren't really going anywhere, unlike several other antenna models I've tested out, where you can kind of see that the antenna elements are moving just slightly. That's not going to stand a hurricane for those of you in severe weather-prone areas. The third thing I like is that this antenna has a 75 ohm coaxial output right on the antenna. Most antennas have a 300 ohm and you have to use a 300 ohm to 75 ohm adapter or a balun in order to connect a coaxial cable, and occasionally those will break off after 5, 10, 15, 20 years. So this antenna, you don't have to worry about that. The size of this antenna is a little bit smaller than the Channel Master CM3020 Advantage 100, as you can see in these two comparisons. But how well does it work? Here's a list of the main TV stations that I can pick up, the RF channel they broadcast on, and their signal strength on various antennas, including that junky flat antenna I tell people not to buy, the Mohu Supreme Pro, and the Clearstream 2 Max. You can also find the results of other antenna models not listed on here on my other videos. The signal strength on WNEP was pretty good and comparable with several other directional antenna models I've tested out in the past, around 80%. The signal strength on WYU, which broadcast on VHF channel 13, was significantly higher than most antennas I've tested out. I usually get this station around 55%, but with this antenna I'm getting around 65 to 70%. The same holds true for WBRE. The signal strength was about 10% higher than most other antennas that I've tested out. This antenna seems to be doing a pretty good job for the VHF frequencies. The signal strength on Fox 56 was similar to some other directional antennas I've tested out. They're on UHF channel 45 and were also at reduced power when I tested out this antenna. The signal strength on Fox 29's repeater station was about the same as other small directional antennas, around 40%. The same holds true for NJTV's low-powered repeater station. It came in at around 43 to 49%. Overall, this antenna performed very well. The gains seem to be in the VHF frequencies rather than the UHF frequencies. So if you're having problems with TV stations on your current antenna and they broadcast on the UHF band, this antenna won't be worse, but it might not be that much better. But if your problems are on the VHF band, channels 2 through 13, this antenna probably will make a difference compared to having a small directional antenna. I also want to reiterate the build of this antenna. It's constructed very well. So if you live in an area that's prone to hurricanes or tornadoes, this is the antenna you want to have, because if you try to bargain hunt and get something cheap, you're probably going to end up with elements breaking off that will affect your reception, or the antenna will just come down altogether. So if you live in a severe weather-prone area, this is the antenna for you. If you decide to purchase this antenna, make sure to follow the link in the description of this video, as Channel Master does have several antennas that can get confusing if you just type in CM5018 on Amazon. It starts sending you recommended models such as this piece of crap that I don't recommend, but people buy it anyway. Make sure to follow the link in my description. Thanks again for watching this video, and if you want to see how this antenna compares to several other antenna models, make sure to check out my other videos. I always have people comment saying, hey, how does this compare to Clearstream 2 Max? How does this compare to the RCA Yagi? It's in my other videos, people. I've been reviewing these antennas for your benefit, and it's all right there. So just make sure to check out my other videos if you want to see a comparison. Subscribe to my channel for updates, and have an awesome day.